Anybody celebrating anything tonight?
Yes.
Yeah? Birthday. Amazing. Happy birthday. How old are you turning? 23. Oh my God, now I feel old. I'm 26. Do you all feel old now? Oh, good. There's a lot to... Did you get pie for your birthday? Is that a thing? Because today's Pie Day. All of you have your minds blown now. Yeah, all of us comedians were upstairs in the green room before the show started, and we were talking about it being Pie Day, and we all realized that there's a reason why none of us are engineers. Because we could not figure out a single thing about Pie Day other than that. I think we all like key lime. I think that's the one thing we could figure out. No, I love dumb holidays like that. I love just like celebrating National Sibling Day, National Sock Day, my anniversary, if I ever had one. I love random holidays like that. Like, for example, Mo was talking about Black History Month, which was last month. Pop quiz, none of you knew that. But I celebrated Black History Month in sort of a weird way. I kind of want to run this by y'all. I went to the first February Chicago Bulls game, and that was, during Black History Month. And so they said, okay, in honor of Black History Month, we're going to have everybody stand for the Black National Anthem. Does anyone here know what the Black National Anthem is? I'm not surprised. But it's a beautiful song called Lift Every Voice and Sing. And so they had people stand, and we sang Lift Every Voice and Sing. They did the teleprompter with the lyrics, don't worry. We didn't have to guess. But then afterwards, it was a little weird. They said, now please remain standing for the regular national anthem, which I thought was a little strange. But it got me thinking, like this month is now Women's History Month. So what are they doing for Women's History Month? Are they saying, everyone, please stand for the Women's National Anthem? The 10-minute Taylor's version of All Too Well. And now please remain standing for the Men's National Anthem. One full Andrew Tate podcast. Ooh is right. I appreciate that. It's I don't know what's worse, the fact that I got that tag from my dad, and I'm accepting tags from my dad, because it used to be one full Joe Rogan podcast, and he was like, no, you got to turn it up. Or is it worse that my dad definitely listens to the Andrew Tate podcast? I think that might be worse. We'll see. We'll see after this set how he responds to it. No, okay, so not a lot to celebrate there. What about, are any of y'all Catholic? Any of y'all celebrating Lent? Giving anything up for Lent? Yeah, okay. What did y'all give up for Lent? Nothing. Okay, you gave up being Catholic for Lent. Honestly, valid. That's totally valid. I've always said that the number one way to figure out if someone was raised Catholic is to ask if they're Catholic now, and the answer is definitely no. I was raised Catholic. I don't go anymore, but I do pride myself on being the best Catholic in my family, and so I did give up short guys for Lent. Or perhaps it would be more accurate to say that they gave up on me. Oh, yeah. I got dumped 2 days ago. This is entirely real. This is not a joke. I did get dumped 2 days ago. I was dating short. So when I was in college, I was a coxswain on the men's rowing team, which means that I was just surrounded by men who were at least 6'4". And so when I graduated, I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to evolve. I'm going to expand my dating horizons and not just look for Adonis douchebags. I'm going to open myself up to love from short douchebags. And I don't mean this in a derogatory way. I mean, like, my type is exclusively like people who live in this neighborhood and work as consultants. Like, that's my type. I'm not being mean. That's just who it is. But I thought, you know what? Short guys, they may break my heart, but they're just going to be that much easier to get over. Boo. Okay. Yeah, that was lame. I knew that. Maybe that's why he dumped me. Those are the bad jokes. No, I feel like my type is definitely people who don't like me. I don't know what it is. You would think that I'm being 100% genuine. I don't know why you're laughing. But you would think that being a stand-up comedian, it's such like a narcissistic thing to do to say, okay, I have opinions and thoughts and ideas, and I'm going to make you all sit here and watch me tell them to you. All of you, all 80 people in this room, you have to listen to what I have to say for the next 7.5 minutes. And so you would think that I would be really interested in someone who's really interested in me. Like, the best person for me would be someone who loves me just as much as I love me. But as it turns out, that is not the case. Like, the person I dated most previously, we went on a second date. And afterwards, this is not a brag, he texted me and said, that date was the highlight of my week. Yuck. It turns out that specifically is my ick. And the date was perfectly good. It was perfectly fine. We went to a restaurant in the Loop, and in that restaurant, as I walked to the ladies' room, I realized that they bake their own sourdough bread in-house. So nice. And when I came back from the restroom, I told my date, I said, hey, if you go to the bathroom, you're going to pass by the bakery, and you're going to see where they make the sourdough bread, like the table bread. You're going to get to see where they make all the loaves. And then when the date comes to a close, we pay. He pays the bill. And he hands me a package under the table. And then he says, go, go, go. And we run out of there like SEAL Team 6. And it turns out, some of you know where this is going, he stole me a loaf of sourdough bread. And it's like Les Mis. Yeah. It's beautiful. I should be singing in the streets as he's walking me home, because he's walking me home. But as we're walking home, we pass by a homeless man, and he says, excuse me, do you have any cash? And we say no, because as I mentioned, I'm 26. So I don't carry any cash. But instead, I give him this loaf of sourdough bread, which is sort of like giving him $15. Because I, at the end of Lent, am getting canonized as a saint. I'm basically the best person in the world. And that's why I feel like everyone should be obsessed with me, and yet, when they are, for some reason it turns me off. I have decided to re-download dating apps, though. It's been an interesting thought experiment. Like, last summer, all I wanted to do was party on a boat in the playpen. I was really doing a hot girl summer thing. I think I'm going to try it again. It wasn't very successful, and maybe y'all can help me figure out why. You know how, like, you pitch yourself differently on different dating apps because the demographics are a bit different? Like, on Tinder, you're really direct because it's for hookups. And on Bumble, you're, like, really complimentary because it's for simps. So I really wanted a date for a boat party. And so I went on Hinge, and in the little prompt where it said what I'm looking for, I said, looking for an FWB for 4th of July weekend. Friend with boat. Apparently not everyone knows that that's what that stands for. And so I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to go on a different site and pitch myself a little bit differently. And so I went online and I wrote, woman seeking man with access to aquatic vehicle, available wee hours of the night, 4th of July weekend. Triflers need not apply. Very direct and succinct, I believe. No? But as it turns out, that was a little bit more Dateline than pickup line. One of us came back alive. My name is Courtney Zelazny. Thank you so much.